Hello students, welcome back. I hope you must be enjoying my lectures. In this session, we'll be discussing the various types of special matrices. In special matrices, basically there are various types like symmetric and skew-symmetric matrices, Hermitian and skew-Hermitian matrices, singular and non-singular matrices. But in this session, we'll be discussing basically symmetric and skew-symmetric matrices. So let's begin. So now we have some special matrices. When we talk of special matrices, the major types of matrices that we have are symmetric and skew-symmetric matrix. Then we have Hermitian and skew-Hermitian matrix, singular and non-singular matrix, nilpotent matrix, unitary matrix, idempotent matrix, involutory and orthogonal matrix. So first of all, we'll basically be dealing with the symmetric and skew-symmetric matrix, which are very important. So what do we mean by symmetric matrix? When we talk of symmetric matrix, first of all, another concept that is related to the concept of symmetric matrix is the concept of transpose of a matrix, right? So transpose is basically denoted by when we write a raised to the power t or a superscript t, this t stands for transpose of a. So what exactly do we mean by this transpose? See, if I take a matrix A as any 2 cross 2, say 1, 2, 3, 4, then A transpose will be 1, 3, 2, 4. So what exactly have I done? I have just changed the rows of the matrix to the column and columns become rows. This was my first row. See, this becomes my first column in A transpose. And this my first column 1, 3 becomes my first row in A transpose. So when you are supposed to write the transpose of a matrix, you just need to change the rows of a matrix to the column and the columns become rows, right? So our topic was symmetric matrices. A square matrix A equal to Aij. Square matrix, again, number of rows is equal to number of columns. We have already discussed. A square matrix A is said to be symmetric if Aij is equal to Aj for all I and j. That is, A is equal to A transpose. That means if the transpose of a matrix is equal to the matrix itself, then the matrix is said to be symmetric. We have an example here. See, this is an example of a symmetric matrix. How is it symmetric? Suppose this is a matrix A, we write down A transpose, then that would be first column becomes first row, so A, H, G, then second column becomes my second row, H, B, F, and my third column would become my third row, G, F, C. So just compare A and A transpose. We'll see that A and A transpose are the same. Hence, this is an example of symmetric matrix. Now we have certain important points of symmetric matrices. Every unit matrix, unit is identity matrix, and square zero matrix is a symmetric matrix. Second, maximum number of different elements. Note here, maximum number of different elements in a symmetric matrix is n into n plus 1 by 2. Now how do we get this? Suppose this is a symmetric matrix, or let us take this example only. Our previous example says this is a symmetric matrix and we have already seen how it is a symmetric matrix. So in this matrix, we are saying maximum number of different elements in any symmetric matrix is this. Just see, to find out the maximum number of distinct elements, we just need to take these many elements, that is the elements above or below the principal diagonal, including the elements of the principal diagonal. So if I take these elements, I need not take these elements H, G, F, as they are already included in this, right? So maximum number of elements, if I am supposed to count, how will I get? This plus this plus this. Similarly, in an n cross n matrix, this is an n cross n matrix, maximum number of distinct elements would be these elements. So this means 1, this is one element, then we'll have two elements, three elements, and so on. On principal diagonal we have got n elements. So this is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. This is sum of first n natural numbers, so this gives us this, right? Next is skew-symmetric matrix. Now skew-symmetric matrix says if Aij is equal to minus of Aj for all I and j, and all the leading diagonal elements are zeros, then the matrix is said to be a skew-symmetric matrix. This is an example of skew-symmetric matrix. So what does it say? That if you can also say if A equal to minus of A transpose, then the matrix is skew-symmetric matrix. So this is an example. The principal diagonal elements of a skew-symmetric matrix are always 0. So principal diagonal elements are zeros, and rest of the elements, if you find out A transpose here, suppose this is A and I find out A transpose, then what do I get? 0 minus Hg, H0 minus M, I am simply taking the transpose, minus G, F and 0. So this is equal to minus of A, hence this matrix is skew-symmetric. All principal diagonal elements of a skew-symmetric matrix are always 0. This we have already discussed. Why so? Because on a principal diagonal we'll have Aii should be equal to minus Aii by the definition of skew-symmetric, and which gives us Aii should be always 0. Trace of a skew-symmetric matrix is always 0. That is quite obvious. Trace is summation of Aii, we have already discussed. So this means when all the Aii are 0, summation of 0 is again 0, right? So just note here, if you have an example of a skew-symmetric matrix, or if you are supposed to judge whether a matrix is skew-symmetric or not, first thing you can see is the diagonal elements have to be zeros. But if the diagonal elements are zeros, you cannot be sure whether it is a skew-symmetric matrix. But if the diagonal elements are non-zero, you can surely say that the matrix cannot be skew-symmetric, right? Now we have certain important properties of symmetric and skew-symmetric matrix. If A is a square matrix, then A plus A transpose, A transpose, A transpose A are symmetric, but A minus A transpose is skew-symmetric. This is quite simple. In fact, you can also take some 2 cross 2 matrices and solve to find out whether it is true or not. Or what you can do is you can just take the transpose to prove whether it is symmetric or not. Like if we have A plus A transpose is symmetric, we need to prove, then we can simply find out A plus A transpose transpose. And if we get that equal to A plus A transpose, then it will be symmetric, right? Next we have is if A is a symmetric matrix, then minus A, that is negative of A, Ka, where K is a constant, A transpose or A raised to n are all symmetric, where n belongs to a set of natural numbers and K belongs to the set of real numbers, right? This is also quite simple. This can be proved on similar lines. Next is if A is a skew-symmetric matrix, then A raised to 2n is a symmetric matrix for n belongs to n. A raised to 2n plus 1 is a skew-symmetric matrix for n belongs to the set of natural numbers, and Ka is a skew-symmetric matrix for k belongs to R. You can simply prove it is given A is skew-symmetric, that means A transpose is minus of A. Then A raised to 2n is symmetric matrix. So what you can do is you can either take an example and prove A raised to 2n is symmetric for n belongs to a set of natural numbers. Similarly, we'll get A raised to 2n plus 1 is skew-symmetric and so on. These properties are quite useful and quite simple also. Next we have is if A and B are two symmetric matrices, then A plus minus B or AB plus BA are symmetric. Similarly, if we have A and B are symmetric, that means A transpose is A and B transpose is B. Now you need to prove these are symmetric. What you can do is you can simply take A plus minus B whole transpose and try to prove that it comes out to be A plus minus B. If you get this, you'll get it as a symmetric matrix. Similarly, AB minus BA is Q symmetric, and AB is a symmetric matrix only when AB is equal to BA, that is, they are commutative. Next, we have a very important property which says every square matrix A can be uniquely expressed, note here the word uniquely expressed as the sum of a symmetric and skew symmetric matrix. That is, A is equal to half of A plus A transpose plus half of A minus A transpose. This just says every square matrix, A is a square matrix, then it can be expressed as A equal to B plus C, where B is symmetric and C is Q symmetric. And this symmetric matrix would be equal to half of A plus A transpose, and this Q symmetric matrix would be equal to half of A minus A transpose. Now we have an example based on this. If A is equal to this matrix minus 1, 7, 2, 3, then the skew symmetric part of A is, now you are supposed to find out A is given to be a square matrix. The order is 2 cross 2, so it is a square matrix, and we are supposed to find out the skew symmetric part of A, right? So as per our last property, we can write A as B plus C, where B is this is the symmetric part, and C is the skew symmetric part. So basically here we are required to find out this C. So what do we get? C is simply half A minus A transpose, which is half of minus 1, 7, 2, 3 A minus A transpose. Now A transpose is first column becomes first row and second column becomes second row. In fact, these are brackets, so do not get confused in sign of matrices and brackets. So what does this give? This gives half of minus 1 plus 1 becomes 0, 7 minus 2 becomes 5, 2 minus 7 minus 5, and again 0. So what do we get? We get it as 0, 5 by 2 minus 5 by 2, 0. So this is the required skew symmetric part of A. This was quite simple, I suppose. If you have any kind of queries on matrices and determinants, you can post it for free on our discussion forum of askiitians.com. For doing so, open the website askiitians.com, go to the discussion board, and as soon as you click on the discussion board, on the right hand side you can see the section Ask Experts. In that, just select the category, and in this case, as matrices and determinants falls in the category of algebra, then what you need to do is you just need to write down your question, and you can also attach any image if you have, and just click on Get Answer. As soon as you do so, our Ask iITians experts will answer your question within the duration of 24 to 48 hours. So I hope by now you must have understood everything about symmetric and skew symmetric matrices, their various properties. So in the next session, we'll be discussing the various rest of the special matrices like Hermitian, skew Hermitian matrices. Then we'll discuss singular and non-singular unitary matrices, involutory matrices, and idempotent matrices. So keep watching.